What's going on YouTube? It's Stealthy Nugget, Mr. Stealthy Nugget, and I'm coming here with you some gameplay of FIFA again, like I did yesterday. And now I'm Arsenal again, and yeah, I'm gonna try to beat a guy again with my FIFA skills, which are none. As you saw in the last video, I just try to volley around a guy and win. So who is he? Who's Ria? Oh, another Real Madrid fan. Never would have guessed that, because Real Madrid just has no fans. So, I have a story for you guys while doing this gameplay, I guess. I have more stories too once I get more gameplay. Where are you kicking that? I had a goal. But, you know, in the story, it's gonna kind of be like this. I'm going to be interested in the game, and I'll stop and pause, so you gotta bear with me, and I'm so sorry for this, because I get really into the game. So, in middle school, you know how peer pressure and trends and all that, and most of that stuff is kind of bullshit. I mean, some of it's real. The trends and peer pressure is real, but most of the time, it is kind of bullshitted. But, I did have, we did have a trend in our middle school. And our trend was, in middle school was many. You could have been emo, or you could have been a skater. Oh! Already! Javino, he scored for me last time! Ooh, that was pretty good. So, you know, you could have been emo, you could have been a prep, and you could have just been normal. I mean, I knew a lot of kids that were normal, and I hung out with them all the time. But my real trend was to be a skater. I thought skating was awesome because I started watching Rob and Big, and that's really when I got into skating, because I wanted to be just like Rob Dyrdek because he was a really cool person. And matter of fact, I'm about to watch Street Dreams after I do this recording because I've never seen it before, which I know, very scrubbish. And oh, damn. I thought I was passing it forward. So I decided to be a skater, like I said, but I'm just going to say it now, I was a poser. Until one thing happened in my life, which is the story I'm about to be talking about. When I first realized I wanted to become a skater, I had all my clothes and my shoes. I always wore DC shoes. Oh man. I always wore DC shoes, like I just said. Another? Oh, the same guy, Gervino! Holy crap! So I had my DC shoes and my shirt, and I decided, you know, alright, I'm gonna be a skater. I like this. This is really nice. Of course I didn't say that back then. I didn't, you know, realize that I would be a poser. So, one time I went to Virginia Beach with my mom. Oh, that was a pretty good goal. Oh. But he's just going to use Ronaldo like he's God, which he might be. So we're at Virginia Beach, and my mom's like, "Okay, I'll buy you a skateboard." I'm like, "Really?" And she's like, "Yeah, you know, your other one says Hot Wheels on it. My first skateboard I ever had was Hot Wheels, and it was supposed to be like a little like toy, and I actually used it as a real skateboard. Now, it wasn't one of those, like, you know, really small ones. It was actually a real skateboard, but it was, I never thought it was cool because it like wasn't one of the skateboard brands, the stuff I like to wear. And so my mom bought me an Element board. It was all red. It had red trucks, red wheels. The graphics themselves were red with black text that said Element on it. Now, I don't know where the board is. I lost it in the move from where I used to live to where I live now. And you know, I used to love that skateboard because I'd use it all the time, but even though I was a poser, I would use the skateboard to, you know, go up and down my driveway because I had a big driveway with it. And, how far are we into this? 4 minutes, jeez. And I'm trying to make the story long, not, you know, long and boring, but so it can space throughout this video. So let me get into it. The story I'm really going to talk about today is my first skate park. So, during middle school, I had some guys who kept saying, "Oh, Drew, you're just a poser, you don't even really skate." So I was like, alright, I'll go to a skate park this weekend. And they go, "Which one?" I'm like, I don't know what the name of it was, but there was this one downtown, and where I live in Richmond. And I was like, they're like, alright, that's cool, give us some pictures when you go down there. So I was like, alright. So that night I also had a membership to the YMCA, and that night there was an overnight thing that you could like bring your friends and stay all night, but it was called a lock-in. That's what it was. What it was is you brought your friends and you stayed overnight, and they locked the doors so you couldn't get out, and it was like, you know, a raid party. Just kidding. We had an orgy. Not kidding about that, but I am. And so that night, oh, laggy, lag sore. Whoa, it lagged. I don't even know where I am. What's happening? Well, I had a goal, but it fucking lagged. So we stayed the night, and you know there were some cool things there. I met a guy that falls asleep with his eyes open. Fucking coolest thing ever. If you've never known a person that falls asleep with their eyes open, you have to meet one. I mean, it's you know, it's like meeting a cat that. What am I trying to say? It's like meeting a cat or an animal that can. It's like, okay, I don't know why I said cat. It's like meeting an animal that can talk like human. It's awesome. I mean, I never thought it was possible. I always thought, you know, it was just fake. So when I met it, I was like, this is pretty cool. And he was like, alright, I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm like, alright, I'll see you later, man. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Because you woke up and they had, you know, maybe like a 10-gallon garbage bag full of just bagels and like 13, like maybe 10 or 13 buckets of cream cheese. I mean, they were ready for breakfast. So, and he's like, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm like, alright, see you, man. And he goes to sleep, and everybody keeps running to where he was. I'm like, what's happening? And he goes, this guy's asleep. I'm like, big deal. And they're like, no, you gotta come see this. And the guy is asleep. I'm like, no, he's not. He has his eyes open. And he's like, no, seriously, Drew. And because there was a counselor there, and he's in. No, I hate when that happens. Can't that be a foul? I had a goal. I mean, I understand that, like, so it's halfway through. I'll tell you the rest of the story, but I think that should have been a foul. But, you know, kicking somebody in the shin, barely tapping them is, but that isn't. But I'll see you guys in part 2. Sorry I made